Good morning. Gina, Ian, Caitlin, Steve, Cindy, Jason, Leslie. On behalf of the Riverside Police Department and a humbled and grateful community, it's my honor and my privilege to thank you for the life of Mike and to speak briefly to you about him. Of course, you already know the kind of husband and father and son and brother that Mike was to you. I want to take a few minutes to tell you what Mike meant to the RPD. In particular, I want to talk to Ian and Caitlin and to tell you what kind of man your dad was, as it was told to me by the people who knew him best. You might not understand or appreciate everything that we tell you today, but I know that as you get older, these words and the stories that you hear about your dad will have greater meaning to you. Mike was the ideal policeman. He came to us from the U.S. Marine Corps, where he first learned his tactical skills and where he first showed his leadership ability. Building on his military training, Mike grew in the RPD. He became not only a great patrol officer, but we also used him as a firearms instructor, a SWAT officer, and a helicopter observer. Because he was as good as he was, we made him a field training officer. I think that we hoped that he could clone himself a few times over. His colleagues were impressed by how seriously Mike took his duties as a training officer. They've commented to me how Mike was never overbearing with the trainees. He did not abuse the authority that we gave him as a training officer. I have no doubt that the leadership training of the Marine Corps and his own huge heart were the reasons he understood that job so well. Our police officers are tough critics. They're tough on themselves and on each other. They demand proof of your character before they allow you into their trust. Your dad was admired and trusted by his partners. They trusted his safety skills. They respected the fact that he knew what he was doing in the field. But the respect that Mike's friends had for him went far above his skills. Your dad enjoyed the respect of his friends, his partners, and his bosses because of who he was as a man. As I talked to his classmates from RSO Academy, class number 152, and his partners on graveyard shift, what emerged was a picture of a genuinely kind and caring person. Mike was always the steady voice of reason at radio calls where he encountered excited, angry, and frightened members of the community. He was always respectful and patient with the citizens he met. Soft-spoken. That's the description that just about everybody used to describe Mike Crain. Your dad was a tough guy. And because he was tough, he knew he could be kind and gentle. I have no doubt that that's what he wishes for you, for both of you, as you grow up, to be kind and gentle. Your dad was a good friend. He was a great listener. He didn't talk about people. He didn't stab anybody in the back. He was just as he was kind and respectful to his trainees and to the citizens that we serve, so was he with his buddies. They miss him already. If you don't remember anything else that we tell you about your dad, remember this. You were the light of his life. Mike was proud to serve his country. He loved being a policeman. He enjoyed the company of his friends. but he lived for his family. Everyone that I've talked to repeated to me that Mike Crain was above all else a family man. He never stopped talking about you. All his hopes and dreams were about his children. He'll be watching you grow up, and he'll be watching us help you. We know that your loss is irreplaceable. Nothing can take the place of your big, tough, gentle, and loving daddy. But you won't be alone, ever. Today, and for the rest of your lives, you'll be a part of the RPD family. And Mike will never be alone. Today, he's with another big, happy, raucous, new family. He's watching us today in the company of Ryan and Doug, Claire and Gary, Dennis and Phil, Leonard and Paul, and all the rest of the pantheon of RPD heroes. Gina, Ian, Caitlin, Steve, Cindy, Jason, and Leslie. Thank you. God bless you.